Hello guys, it's a Dodo Whisper here, and in this video I'll be showing you how to breed using lines and stacking mutations in Ark Survival Evolved. So first things first, you want to try and get your baseline of dinos that you want to mutate from. So you need to get probably high level dinos, but any dino will actually do. It doesn't really matter, but it helps you to get there. So if you want a male and a female at least with high levels, but if you can't find one with a high level and maybe you get one that is level 150, you can still do what I'm about to show you. You want to mate them until you get the identical pair with the stats. So the stats need to be the exact same. That means the level of the babies will be the exact same always. They will have the same level, same stats, exactly the same. You can do that if you have a low level one. Let's say you have a level 20 dino and a level 150. If you keep on breeding them and keep on choosing the better ones, eventually you'll get to level 150 dinos. I've done that. It works. So once you have the perfect pair, you want many females of that perfect pair. These females will be used in your lines that I will explain to you now, and the females will never get swapped. You'll be using them for the rest of your game. So let's talk about a line. This in this case is a health line. What a line means is it's a group of dinos, one male with many perfect females, and what you do is you keep on replacing your male with the mutation that you have. In this case we want to breed for health mutations. So at first you start with your perfect male, and then you breed with your perfect female. That's where you start, and eventually you'll get a health mutation. Whether it's male or female doesn't matter. If it's a female, you just mate it with your perfect male until you get a male with the health mutation, because you always want to get the mutation stacked on your male. So when you finally have your male with a health mutation, you replace it with your perfect male in the next step, so that you have a male with a perfect health mutation breeding with a perfect female, and you continue breeding that until you eventually get another health mutation, and then you swap it with your perfect male, and then you continue the process. Oh, I see here, this should be health 2, not health 3. This should be health 3. I skipped this. I put an extra step in here that didn't exist. This should, if you replace these two, the next one would be health 2. Yeah. Okay. So this is all one line. You can do the same for melee or stamina, but it will be a different group. This group you only keep for health mutations. What do you do if you get a different mutation? Let's say you get a stamina mutation somewhere along the line. If you don't have a stamina line or stamina group, you can use that dino as the start of your stamina line. Yes, I just said all of this in the previous slide. So if you are satisfied with the lines or the stats that you've mutated on, you can combine these lines to create your super dino, or the dino that you want to go fight bosses with. Just note that you can't use those dinos in breeding like we have in the previous examples. It just makes it difficult. Mathematically, it's the odds of getting mutations on what you want is very little, because there are too many factors to think about. The way that I showed you is the steadfast best way to get there, and nobody can prove me otherwise. So you combine the lines and to get the perfect pair again. So this is how to combine the lines. You take your male with the 50 health mutations, and you breed it with your female, your perfect female, to get a female with the 50 health mutations. You want a female to take it to the next line. So here I took it to the next line with my female with 50 health mutations, and I bred it with my male line with the 50 melee mutations until you get a female with both of their stats. And with this female you can take it to the next line until you have all the lines combined in a female. Then you just breed it again, like if this is your final, if you only have 3 lines that you want to combine, then you would breed this until you have a male and a female with all of the stats combined. That would be your perfect battle pair with all of the stats combined. And you continue your lines, you don't stop your lines because of this, you're just combining these to have battle dinos. This is just to take on bosses or whatever. This is another step-by-step instruction I showed. I feel this makes a bit more sense though. So you have your perfect female with your health 34 line male. You breed them until you get a female with health 34. You breed it then to combine the first line. Second line is you breed that female with a male with a different line until you get a female with a combined stats, and then you breed that with your third line, for example, with a male with 30 stamina mutations, until you get a female with all of the stats and a male with all of the stats combined. And then if these two breed, these are your battle breeders now. All of these in between you don't have to keep, except for your main alpha breeders, of course. These 3 you'll keep. These ones with the females with the mutations, you never want females with mutations, you only want it on males. So you get rid of these and take your males back to the lines that they were in and continue your lines. Now here is your perfect battle pair, and whenever these two breed, they'll give you the perfect offspring with all of their stats that you want. Never different levels, never, it'll always be the same. And you can use these always perfect, these dinos you can use to take on bosses. You can level these, you can go crazy with these can die, they don't matter. These are the only ones that matter at the moment until you get much better mutations, and then you can combine them again to replace these. So I hope that makes sense. And finally, download Arc Breeder because it really helps a lot to see the stats and to see the mutations and to give you, I'd say this Arc Breeder helps me a lot with showing me how to combine, how to get the best out of the stats that I have to have the perfect pair, and it shows me that the best, so easy to get to the perfect pair with Arc Breeder. I almost don't even look at the stats until they get closer, then I stop using Arc Breeder. But at the start, if you have a bunch of different dinos, this really helps you get there so much quicker. Thanks guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you learned something new. Catch you in the next one.